For decades, the cultural standard for high intelligence was strictly academic. We pictured wild hair, equations on a chalkboard, and a brain built for advanced mathematics. Today, the internet tells a different story. Digital feeds are filled with content romanticizing everyday quirks as undeniable proof of hidden brilliance. We see a constant stream of pop psychology claiming that staying up late, losing your keys, and muttering to yourself in the grocery store aisle are the primary indicators of a high IQ. But this narrative overlooks a significant reality. Many of these signs are often just high-level cognitive processing being mistaken for standard executive dysfunction. Auditing these 11 viral traits allows us to separate genuine cognitive advantages from the operational downsides that frequently accompany them. This chart, the Genius Myth Matrix, provides a framework to measure how these traits hold up against scientific reality. We are plotting pop psychology hype of a vertical axis against actual scientific validity on the horizontal axis. When we plot all 11 traits, the majority cluster in the upper left quadrant. They carry maximum internet hype while maintaining very mixed scientific validity as standalone signs of genius. This clustering happens because high cognition demands immense mental energy. A brain analyzing deep-sea marine biology at 2 a.m. possesses less remaining fuel for the logistical tasks of the following day. Viewing these traits as a high-maintenance cognitive operating system provides a much clearer roadmap for management than treating them as mysterious superpowers. The cognitive trait audit helps us break down how this specific brain profile acquires information. We are starting with curiosity and open-mindedness, specifically unprompted deep learning binges and the willingness to update core beliefs when presented with new evidence. This creates a massive, diverse mental database. That broad knowledge base is exactly what allows the brain to perform advanced pattern recognition. This results in severe time blindness. Pursuing every new curiosity aggressively makes it difficult to prioritize the standard, immediate tasks required in a professional setting. Unchecked curiosity builds deep knowledge, but it often leaves the individual practically paralyzed when they need to execute immediate obligations. The second category of our audit is internal processing. Talking to yourself, whether muttering in public or brainstorming alone, is frequently cited as a hallmark of hidden brilliance. Speaking thoughts out loud serves a biological purpose. It forces the brain to clarify complex ideas and increases the speed of cognitive processing. This internal auditing also triggers the Dunning-Kruger effect in reverse. Because highly intelligent people understand the vastness of what they don't know, they experience chronic self-doubt. That constant self-correction acts as a defense mechanism, preventing the catastrophic errors that stem from unearned overconfidence. This processing power comes at the cost of high mental fatigue. Overthinking every variable can lead to severe action paralysis. While intense processing prevents major strategic mistakes, it frequently induces exhausting paralysis during low-stakes, everyday decisions. Our third category, environmental navigation, focuses on the preference for solitude and delayed sleep schedules. Evolutionary psychologists identify a biological drive in certain high-performing brains to shift their prime productivity hours into the middle of the night. This nocturnal shift provides the uninterrupted deep workflow states these brains require, free from the noise of external stimuli. The physiological cost is chronic circadian misalignment. Fighting the natural D-like cycle results in heavily depleted social batteries. These preferences often conflict with professional collaborations. Most corporate structures require synchronous communication during a standard 9-to-5 window, when this brain profile is at its lowest energy. Optimizing an environment for uninterrupted deep work creates a natural isolation from the neurotypical workforce. Cognitive bandwidth allocation explains why brilliant minds tend to ignore mundane details. Processing dark humor or recognizing patterns between unrelated topics consumes a significant portion of available brainpower. This creates an exceptional ability to navigate sudden change and identify high-level nuances that others miss. However, it results in a deficit in working memory for trivial tasks. The brain discards temporary logistics, like the location of keys or appointment times, to maintain focus on complex data. A brain actively connecting invisible dots lacks the remaining bandwidth required to track everyday logistics reliably. This flowchart, the optimizer's guardrails, maps out the external systems required to manage these traits effectively across different work environments. This profile is best suited for creators, analysts, and strategists who have high schedule autonomy. These individuals should fiercely protect their deep work windows while accepting the necessity of outsourcing logistical planning to digital tools or assistants. The highest risk group includes professionals in highly structured, synchronous corporate roles. In these settings, relying on natural cognitive habits without building rigid external support systems creates friction. The brain's preference for isolation and erratic hours directly opposes corporate communication needs. Prioritizing natural cognitive comfort over structured support often leads to a persistent gap between intellectual potential and actual professional output. We should stop using these 11 signs as ego-boosting validation for secret genius. These traits are more accurately viewed as a diagnostic report for a powerful but highly vulnerable operating system. Real-world utility comes from building the external scaffolding required to support your mind's specific blind spots.